Okay. Let's pause the YouTube. My computer is lazy today. Okay. Oh my God. Hello, Ricardo. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine. A little sick, but fine. And you?
I'm great.
That's nice. Let me pause YouTube. Oh my God. Now, okay, we are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello, everybody. My name is Michelle. Let me introduce myself. I'm Michelle. I'm 30 years old. I live in Rio. I study management and work with logistics and international management. Now I'm a host on TALKNTALK. And today we are talking about self-knowledge. Hello, Katiana. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you today?
I'm very well, and you?
Me too. I'm just a little sick, but now I'm better. I feel better. Just a minute. Let me admit. Hello, Belle.
Hello, morning.
Morning. How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. It's Saturday. It's my day off. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Nice, nice. Guys, let's start introduce yourself. Ayla, can you start it?
Of course. So good morning, guys. My name is Ayla. I'm 47. I've been studying English for three years, more or less, and I'm here on TNT since 2021. I'm here as much as I can because it's so important for me to try to practice and to improve your confidence to speak. So I'm married. I live here in Belém with I'm from Belém, and I live here with my husband and my daughter and our little dog. And my free time, I like to visit my friends, to spend time with my family and to watch movies and series. And when I can, I go to the beach, and I like to be close to nature. I very appreciate it. So it's a little about myself. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ayla. And you, Belle?
So guys, I'm Alberlene, yeah, but my nickname is Belle because Alberlene is a large name. So I live in Salvador, Bahia, but I was born in Fortaleza, Ceará. Nowadays I live with my dogs. I have 2 dogs, and I live with my sister too. I work like a air traffic controller. I'm a military, yeah, and I'm here on TNT since the last year. And yeah, I like to have a conversation, ride on the bike. Sometimes I like to go to the gym. Just sometimes, it's not just like all the days, but yeah, I think it's that.
Thank you, Belle. Ricardo, can you present yourself, please?
Yeah, well, I'm Ricardo. I live at South Saint. Is South Coast from São Paulo, and I'm married. I have a daughter. I have two pets, Quindim and Pudim, and well, I love watching movies, hang out with my friends and family. That's it.
Thank you. Nice pet names. Awesome. And you, Tatiana?
Hi guys, my name is Catiana. I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo. I'm 39 years old. I have a daughter. Her name is Ana Carolina, and stay together in this class today. Do your activity with massinhas. I don't remember massinhas in English. And I love running. And in this morning, I'm running. The day is the sunrise is very beautiful in Vitória today. And I love swimming. And I work in oil and gas sector with new projects in the oil and gas sector. And I stay, I think I complete 1 year in TALKNTALK last April. And in the next week, I start with the beginners, immersion with beginners. And yes, it's a little things with me.
Oh, that's awesome, Katiana. Thank you. So, guys, let's start with the questions. Number 1 is about the values and principles. I don't know exactly this word, but do you know what are the values and principles that guide your life? Belle, can you answer for us?
Yes, sure. By the way, I love that question or that subject. It's really important to talk about that, in my opinion. Yeah. So I think there are a lot of failures, but I think the principle, yeah, the main purpose maybe it's to learn here. Yeah, like I'm here to learn. It's not just about learning my work or learn something to language, but to learning about new experience in that, yeah, in that material, yeah, material environment. I think is that, and there are a lot of failures, but that failure we choose that based on your experience before, like when you are a child or in your childhood or with your parents and your family. Yeah. But I think is that the main purpose is live or have a different experience and to learn with that. To with the purpose is to improve ourselves, yeah, to be better.
Yes, yes. I agree with you. I think the same. I think that my mainly goal on the life is to evolve, I think.
Yeah, just I'm sorry because it's not just about to be a selfish person because that involves another person. But when
Yes.
you improve yourself, you can be good for another person's. Yeah, I
Yes.
think it's that.
Yes, I agree with you. I think when we work on myself, I can offer to other people my best version. So I try not to forget about me and thinking about what I like, what I can do, these things. And thank you, Belle. And you, Ayla.
In my case, I think there is some different moments because I I carry with me the values came from my mom, and when I was a child, teenager, and until now, I practice this to be honest, to be kind, care, care to others you care about. So something like that, and I think it's so important. But when we are growing up, you can develop other kind of feeling, and I totally agree with Belle said about when you develop yourself, you can to get better for others, and it's so important. I think our mindset changed a lot, and I think it's a good opportunity because sometimes we don't know how we are uh, real real helmet. So when we understand us better, when we accept us, uh, I think it's good because you can feel better about yourself, and you can develop yourself to be good for others. It's kind of philosophy, but I agree about it, and I do believe it.
Yes, me too. I think it's philosophical, but it's very important because we are human and complex. Sometimes I think that the problem is I don't know, a practical problem, but the orange is not a practical problem that I can solve with an action. So I try to think in these things because clear my mind about the practice actions. And you, Ricardo?
Well, uh, during my life, I tried to be an honest man, and I believe that is the most important thing in my life. I used to say it's a joke, but uh, men don't grow up. They keep immature for our life. Is grow up is a thing about women because the women, I believe, since they were born, born, they play with dolls and the and others uh, is like cooking or something. What's mean they play if like it's are adults when I was born. And when they are children, women used to play like adults. So I believe that's uh, is women normally want to be adults. So, but men keep it children during our life just to play each other and something like that. And I believe, in my opinion about me, the only situation that my life I indicate a north in my life is honesty, because in other situations follow this same north, I believe. That's it.
Thank you, Ricardo. Yes, unfortunately, I totally agree with you. I think the word is more hard with a woman, and we need to take the responsibility, because it's more common to exigir the maturity and the responsibility of a woman, and it's difficult. It's a good point. But I think some things are changed in a little change, but I think we are evolving as a society. I don't know. It's my point of view. And you, Katiana, what do you think? What are your values?
I agree with Ricardo. I think the honesty is the first. I think it's after this you have the other values, but I think the honesty is one of the things everyone needs this, improve this value, because when you do the right thing with the honesty, I think it's the other, it's follow. And it's hard to speak about this in the world now, because I see many people don't improve this kind of things. Many people, I see many times the people losing, as pessoas estão perdidas because don't have values in your life. Sometimes choose the wrong way in their life because don't have principles, values, and they think I think it's these things now. The families need to speak with this generation, because start when these tools start when you grow up with you. And if you don't speak with this new generation about the values, the good values in the life, I think the society, it's a reflex.
Yes, yes, I agree with you. I think honesty is my mainly value, but I think in honesty first with me, because sometimes it's difficult to be honest with myself. I think it's necessary courage to don't lie for yourself. It's for me, it's the big challenge, to assume that something is wrong or some result it's not good, and so I need to do again in the other way. Sometimes it's difficult, but honest for me, it's the most important value. And you, Ayla, can you make choices according to your values?
Yeah, Sherry. Because my values guide me all the time. So when I decided to do something, I think about it. Oh my gosh, that it would be right if I do this way or other. And I think if I can, for example, hurt anyone, so, and it's I worried about it, or I think it's so important when involved about the, to be honest, to be empathy, and so I think it's this base values, So I think I always think it about before I decided to make or no to make something, and I think I imagine that's happening with others, because all the time we are making decision choices, and it's so important to think before if your action can be harmful to others, uh, something like that, So for me, that's happening.
Great, great. I admit that in the past I'm confused about using my values to guide my life. Sometimes I decided the things in an automatic mood, or decide things considering the opinion of the other people, but always I'm feeling I don't know, a mess inside of me, and it's not correct. But nowadays I can see clearly that when I make something, or other people make something that it's not according my value, but I needed to reflect a lot about this. And you, Belle?
Yeah, I try to be like Ayla, but sometimes I need think a lot of about a lot of failures, and to have and try to connect my decision with my failures. Yeah, but sometimes I will make mistakes, because yeah, but I'm try all the time request myself about my activities. Yeah, so why I will to do that, and I'm try found out the purpose about that activity, and normally in most part of the time there are a failure in the background. Yeah, but sometimes I don't. I make some mistakes, but yeah, I think the failure it's a it's a it's a good way to it's a focus, yeah, and help you when you need to do a decision.
Yes, yes. I use the values like I don't know, a house that I can return when I don't know, I talk something wrong, or I complain about some person in the work or my family, and I reflect, it's not good for me, and with the things that I believe. So I need to be better in the next time. I think the values like a home that I need to return. And you, Ricardo?
Yeah, I don't know. I believe that one of the most difficult problem is when you are living, you have to make choices. Is always you always lost something, because it's not possible to have everything. Is one of the most confusing situations, because I have to choose which one. Is a question that appears in your mind a lot of times, because when you choose something, you lost another thing. So in this case, it's not possible, as I told you, have everything. So in this case, you have to compare all situations and choose that's the one that you lost less things, or that one that you have more advantage. It's not so easy the most part of the time, but I I am talking about the conflict in your heart, because it's a normally, rationally, is a simple situation, but this conflict became bigger, and you think a lot of times about it, and in certain time you have to choose one. So during this period you suffer a lot, and after some while you choose, and it's like became your heart became more free, and you try to stand up and continue your life. So, but nowadays I used to make jokes. The life became harder. For example, and why when I was a child, I go to the supermarket, and I have to choose a yogurt, for example. There are just one or two, Batavo and Danone, for example. And nowadays, I don't know, there are a so big quantity of yogurt, for example, is desnatado, or no lactose, or well, so many flavors, and uh, for example, if you choose just one and you don't have any idea about it, you have to lost a lot of time, or waste a lot of time just thinking. And in that is another situation that is difficult to compare prices now, because one of them have 900 milliliters, and the another 1 liter, 1 liter and the 200 milliliters. So and when I was a child, every product have the same quantity, so it's clear. You, for example, you choose yogurt from Batavo is 1 liter, and the Danone is have 1 liter too. So it's the more cheaper. You just choose, because it's similar, the quality and another thing. But nowadays, sometimes I go to the supermarket and notes this balcony. I don't know what to say. How do you say in English? It's just a simple thing. Né? If you choose one yogurt in the not the other, your life continue the same. But the most part of the time, there are a lot of conflicts about so many things, and just a simple thing became harder in your heart because you have to choose a lot of decisions every day, and the one of them or two of them is so relative in your life. So it's necessary you keep the balance, doing a lot of different situations, for example, exercises, meditation, or another things to keep your balance and try to follow the best things for your life. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Nowadays we have more options, more power of choices, because I think everything is about the client, the experience of the client, and I think we have more information too. So nowadays it's important to say no a lot, because we have a lot of information, a lot of things to do, and it's necessary to be focused on the things that you believe, but it's very hard. We need to take a decision anytime. It's not about yogurt. It's about the life.
A couple of months ago, I purchased a mattress, colchão, and I believe that I went to the store and chose a mattress, and that's okay. It's a simple situation. But when I arrived at the store, there are so many items to choose a mattress. Then okay, I think in the same time I wanted to buy a mattress, not a car, because there are so many items, and it's possible to choose the density and the quality of fabric and so many things. It's not possible to choose. It's not possible to waste. Don't waste time when you buy any kind of stuff nowadays.
Yes, it's hard nowadays. And you, Katiana, can you make choices according to your values?
Yes, I think some, like Ricardo said, sometimes it's difficult. Now you have many possibilities for do the choices, and yeah, sometimes it's difficult. But when you have values, I think you all have a north in your life, and it's more easier for make your choices. For example, as a little example, like Ricardo said, for example, if I buy a clothes, now I choose, sometimes I avoid many companies. For example, many last month people said about Shein, but people don't understand the Shein is cheaper because you use the mão de obra escrava. I don't remember the name of this in English, but for example, I choose don't slavery. Yeah, thank you, Ricardo. I choose don't pay for anything in this company, because I think it's not a good thing, because if I'm not comfortable for working like a slave, I think it's not possible for me choose the clothes who it's building for slavers. I think it's my principle, it's my value. It's a simple thing, like Ricardo said. Now the people have you do many choices all the same time every day, and if you don't have a good value, sometimes it's possible for you se perder no caminho, losing in the way.
Yes, exactly. We need to use the values to have to make a good choices, I think. And the number 3, it's about the spaces. I think the spaces
Mário, tu vai querer ir lá
said
no sebo comigo?
a lot.
Hã?
Okay.
Your microphone is open, Ricardo.
I muted. I think these spaces tell a lot about the work and ourselves. So what kind of spaces do you like, Belle? More organized and sectorized, or more open and integrated?
Depends. When I really love to be alone at home and organize my things, my room. But when I need go, yeah, it depends. And something don't. Yeah, I like the environment, organized environment. But for example, when I have a lot of people with me, I like one space like you said, integrated. Yeah, when we can have a connection with another person. Yeah, but at home, I really love to stay alone and to be alone. I like, yeah, but for example, at my work, I like the environment to be organized, but in the same way, it's important to have a real contact with another person, like a presential contact. Yeah. But at my home, I really love to. I really love to be organize my things every time. And sometimes it's hard to do that. Yeah.
Yes, to keep the things organized, it's difficult, especially when you live alone. I don't know how I can join a lot of I don't know louça. That's only me, and I wash. I forgot the name. Every time I wash the dishes, all the time. I don't know. It's only me. It's
Never finish. Never finish.
never finish. And you, Ayla?
Yeah, that's true. House chores never finish. Oh my gosh. I know this. So guys, I think depends on because of I like to organize, I like to clean my space because I think it's important sometimes. Everything is a totally messy, and so I need to. I think when I can organize, I can do better my tasks, and sometimes I work from home, and it's complicated. That everything is a totally mess. But uh, uh, there is moment you are not feeling good, and so it's complicated. So when I feel, oh my gosh, I'm tired, I'm so tired, I don't want to do this. I will take a break. So yeah, it's so complicated. It's good. Yeah, it's good when everything is clean, it's organized. But I confess sometimes I don't like when I go in this some place and everything is totally perfect. I don't know. I think it's complicated because I don't know how explain this, but sometimes people worried. I know some people worried about the clean, and sometimes they want to show there is some problems inside them. I don't know. Other day I read about, and sometimes when people are so organized or so much, too much organized or too much no organized, sometimes people, our body is sticky. Yeah, and
Yes.
sometimes or our body or our actions, and sometimes people want to show something, and but in my case, as I said, I like it, but no too much. And when I'm not good, so I think, oh my gosh, I need to take a break, and after I will try to solve this. So yeah.
Yes, yes. I think to be a very, very organized or disorganized, it's indicated something. Something's not good. I think we need to have the balance in this case. But for me, for example, I can work with a disorganized place. My task, the room, for me it's difficult. I need to concentrate myself or find something. It's difficult. For example, work with a lot of mess or in full places or crowd places. It's difficult to me because I needed to reflect to take in order to take decision. It's difficult. So when I work in a open space, more integrated, sometimes it's difficult. I needed to move on a room when I needed to reflect or thinking about big decisions. It's difficult sometimes. And
Yeah,
you, Katia?
it's
Sorry.
necessary no, I just say it's necessary to keep a balance all the time. It's
Yes.
difficult, but necessary.
Balance is the most challenging on life. I agree with you. And you, Katiana?
I love the spaces, organized spaces. I think very well in organized spaces. If the space it's mess bagunçado, I don't think well. And in my when I work, for example, I think I'm more productive in organized space with what the things organized. One example, the widescreen of my boss, it's with a lot of things. It's impossible you are choose one thing. And last week when I put my widescreen in the meeting, my boss said, "Oh, you don't have anything in your space." It's because when it's clear for me, I work very well. And for me, the organized, I think it's more easier for do the things. But I'm not a person who very stressed with this. I think it's you have a balance. The balance it's a key in the life. In my house, for example, I choose a few things. I don't, when you have many different kinds of things at the same time, many information, I think it's more difficult for put the things in the spaces, because I have a kid. With a kid, everything it's all the time in different spaces. And I think I love the organized spaces, but when you have a kid, sometimes in your house it's a mess all the time. But I learning and I teaching my daughter for who it's important make a balance in your life. If you if you have organized space, I think it's more easier for your for do the decisions. I think it's important, but not like a rule. All the time the house needs is clear, and you're clear all the time. No, I think it's not these things. It's not health, but it's a balance. When you have a space organized, your mind is organized. I think the all the things in your life, it's more easier.
Yes, yes, I agree with you. And you, Ricardo, what kind of spaces do you like?
As I told you, it's not exactly a simple situation. There is a doctoral thesis about this situation. I don't know if you remember, because on this room there are just younger ladies. So, and I'm an old guy, and there is a mayor of New York is called Giuliani, and on that time, New York is a dangerous and a awful place. So there is a thesis called the broken window thesis. And the Giuliani made a lot of things, create laws and all those things. And one of the thesis is keep the place clean and organized, because this situation, for example, if you go to the subway in São Paulo, this place is very clean, and when you arrive in a place and you notice this place is clean and organized, the tendency of your tendency is keep this place clean and organized too. But the opposite is true. When you go to the place and the messy and the disorganized and the very dirty, the tendency is you let the trash on the streets or something like that. So is wrong, certainly. There is a lot of trash on the streets, and there are a basket in a corner, for example. So in this case, is clearly wrong. You let a trash in any place, but it's a tendency from human normally. So I believe that there are an entity. I watched it on TV a couple of weeks ago, and there are some people, how do you say, acumuladores? I don't know in English. And I noticed, I watched an interview, not interview, I watched a news on TV, and a couple of weeks in my region occurs a fire in an apartment, and on this apartment there is a acumulador, and the people from this entity tell about it is not just the place is a mess. The mind from this person is a mess too, because it's not possible to live in a place. There are a lot of trash on this floor, and a lot of objects in the walls and the desks, and it's so much mess in every each corner from this apartment that you could see. There are a lot of objects and trash, so it's a kind of situation that introducing your brain mess too. So unfortunately, sometimes it's exhaustive, but it's necessary you keep your mind and your place organized.
Yes.
I'm not exactly a organized person, but I try. Well, it's necessary give me a break because I'm a man. So in this case, but on my family, I used to do everything in my house: cooking, cleaning, wash dishes, and wash clothes, everything, because my wife work in an office, and I live a dream. I work at home, so it's better for me. I stay at home, so in this case, it's easier. I do the things in my house.
Yes, yes. I believe in feng shui too. So sometimes I don't know. Made I have some conclusions about the people. It's not a judgment. It's conclusion. For example,
Sure.
when I went to a office that's a mess, I think this place, I think there is not a good structure for me. I don't know, because I believe in energy, in feng shui a lot. I try to align these concepts. Guys, our time is almost finished, but I think we can answer the question number 7 with a word, a short answer. So what do you admire about yourself, Ayla?
Oh my gosh. So I don't know. I think I'm a passionate person. So when there is some bad situation, it's so hard sometimes. But I try to take a deeper breath, and but it's so hard sometimes. But I think I don't know. I think I when bad situation happened with me, I after I could solve something, I feel it's a kind of a knowledge from this sometimes. So how can I say, tirar, take advantage of the bad situation as well, because all the time we are learning about something, and even though if the situation is bad for you, you know. So I try to exercise my passions all the time. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Great, Yael. And you, Katiana, what do you admire about yourself?
I think I'm a very persistent person. Because when I put one thing in my mind, I do the things for make these plans in reality.
Great, great, Katiana. And you, Ricardo, a word that things means you admire about yourself.
I don't know. It's so hard to think about it, even in Portuguese. I don't know. I believe that I'm not a good person, but yeah, I'm a work in progress, I believe. So in this case, I try to be a better person, and well, maybe someday I reach give love and another's feelings and another good feelings like women's. No? So it's so common you find women that so grow up and I very appreciate when I look to the men, women, and for example take care about your children's is so really nice. In the same way, I think before I close this meeting, I wanted to desire for you a happy Mother's Day,
Great.
because is well, I used to say that be a mother is more close than you arrive a God, né? Because isso é o mais perto que você pode alcançar de Deus é ser uma mãe. E eu sempre admiro muito isso nas mulheres. E eu tento, de alguma maneira, com todos os meus defeitos, seguir um pouco disso.
That's great, Ricardo. Thank you. And you, Bel, a word.
I think determined. Yeah, I'm a determined person.
Nice. Guys, our time is finished, but I put on the chat a survey. If you need to talk something or you can suggest a topic and evaluate the host, the community. I really enjoyed this time. I hope that you enjoy too. And have a nice weekend, a nice holiday tomorrow. And thank you a lot for this time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.